The romantic comedy Something to Talk About tells the story of Grace, played by Julia Roberts, who discovers her husband Eddie, played by Dennis Quaid, has been unfaithful. The film was shot in Savannah and South Carolina in 1994 and 1995, with several locals filling in as extras. Here are the experiences of two extras who spent days shooting scenes with Julia Roberts.
I was in the movie Something to Talk About, and I was in the ladies group. It's kind of like the junior league, I would say, here in Savannah. And I was sitting and it was two different scenes. One scene, I'm sitting in like the second or third row, like right in front of Julia Roberts. And then the second scene, I'm sitting behind her.
Were you able to speak with Julia or just
We were told no cameras. You could not speak to her. You could not introduce yourself to her.
Lee's daughter, Skylar, was also in the movie in a scene shot at the Noble Hardy house.
She had a speaking part. They wanted her crying. So what they did, and I didn't realize they were going to do this either, they left her in a room by herself, and just walked around the corner where they could see her and she couldn't see them. And before she got scared and started crying, they grabbed her up and filmed the scene with her crying, running down the stairs.
Kimberly Fox was also an extra in the movie.
Back then I had, my natural hair color is darker, and I used to wear it a little bit more big. And so when I was in the movie, a lot of people in town did not recognize, but every once in a while I walk through the grocery store and somebody says, "Weren't you in Something to Talk About?" And I'm thinking, really? Yes, I was. How did you know? Portion where the junior league ladies are meeting, and it's when Julia Roberts comes into the movie and she asks if anybody knows who her husband has been sleeping with. We all go, "Ah," like this, because we didn't know what she was going to ask, and that's not what she asked, by the way. She asked something completely different, which is where they got the reaction. That scene in the movie, somehow I ended up being in.
Fox said at times it was hard to pick the star out of the crowd.
I think I was standing next to Julia Roberts for about 20 minutes before I realized, wow, that's Julia Roberts. And I had the pretty woman image, you know. And here was this very small person in a flannel shirt, hair pulled back, you know, not dressed at all, very low-key. And until she smiled, I had no idea it was Julia Roberts. And I was like, oh, okay.
Being in the movie was not only fun, but gave the extras something to talk about long after the film was released.
It was big entertainment, so I thought it was a lot of fun. Not good pay, but a lot of fun.